Gururmurti Pujamulam Gururpadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa Om Shri Gurave Namaha.
This trip has been conceived by me only 4 months ago, when my mind imagined probably, or it could be real also, that I've been asked to come here. Human mind is very misleading. One should not believe his own mind, but one should know how to believe and when to believe his own mind also. My physical ability would not continue forever. I may not be able to come even next year, physically speaking. I have many desires, 1,000 desires. Although people say that one should not go to the God with any desire and surrender himself to the grace of the God, I am here to represent to him 1,000 desires almost every day. That is my nature. Perhaps God has been indulging in. That indulgence has encouraged me to ask for more and more every time. Whenever I ask for something, he had given it. You may call it pampering, but here he is a trustworthy parent who would not commit a mistake, like other parents who pamper their children. So that has been my faith. I have been asking, he has been giving. But I wanted to ask him, what is ultimately leave nothing more to be asked. That's about the country. The country is going in a state of turmoil. Our internal and external security are in a state of threat and risk. The internal dharma in the Hindu society has been on the decline. Much more materialism, totally antagonistic to the very fundamental principles of Aryan culture. That materialism is taking hold over almost all sections of society. The rich and poor are getting wider and wider, and they don't seem to be coming closer at all. Particularly in this part of our country, where the people have accepted their poverty without protest, is something to be seen and appreciated by all of us. Suppose when we say Telangana has received injustice, we want 10,000 crores for this or that. Now come and look at these people here in Uttaranchal or Himachal Pradesh, anywhere in the Himalayan kingdoms. They are in dire poverty. Most of them are basically good people, sattvic by nature. They have never demanded any political, you never hear their political demands in the newspapers anywhere, because their voice has been silenced, not only by the local politicians, but a sense of hopelessness that they would not be heard even if they raise a protest. That has been their feeling. So I wanted all of you to see them, see the country here. But then why should we go to the Lord here? Kedarnath is the ruler of all worlds, all gods, all forces of nature, right from Vishnu Brahma down to the ant and the small creature on the earth. He is all pervading. So he would not favor anyone against any other person, favor any dharma against any other dharma. He would not ask for any special propitiation or any, he does not, Kedarnath never expected to be worshipped by anyone, which is why he remained here. A god who expects to be worshipped, he would certainly build a temple inside our busiest cities. Is it the expectations of the god? Yes, if he did not intend, how could the temple come up with the minds of the people? That's an obvious question. Kedar would automatically give what the desired object is worthy of being given. I have been framing my desire in certain words, certain expressions, and I came to him with all my lengthy petition. I have read out my petition to him. He nodded his head when that beautiful moon on his jata threw up a million lights. That's a very great indication. Yes, all of us have been chanting some time ago there. I am more a yogi than a bhakta. I am bhakta also, that is what I can say. I have taken the path of yoga for experiencing the truth, whatever it is. That I can tell you, by His grace, I have been rewarded amply. And then, when I go to Him with a desire, it is the role of a bhakta, not necessarily a yogi. A yogi experiences God inside. When he is one with the God, then there is no duality. He would not be able to ask for anything because he is not different from him. In that sense, very sense of petitioning vanishes. Today it so happened, after my lengthy petition and puja and other things, chanting his name, my desires were still at the back of my mind. While chanting, I lost myself. I would normally be extremely careful not to show any kind of odd emotions or behavior in public. It is not something to be appreciated always. It could be misunderstood also by people. But somehow I lost myself for a minute. So the descent of the Lord in form, a form that is usually addressed by only bhakta and not a yogi, that descended, that form descended, and I lost myself. The very fact is, it does not normally happen. In yoga, we are one with the spirit and not the form. The spirit in the man is one with the spirit, all pervasive. The individual, a qualified individual, is not one with a qualified name of a God. Both of them are qualified, they are two different things. Whereas the individual spirit is part of the total spirit. It loses its individuality, and there is only one universal spirit experienced by the individual. That is Yoga Samadhi. But here, I somehow slipped into the error of remembering his form. and chanting his name, and then it descended. But I try to collect myself very often, remember myself to be present among my friends in public. Still, I lost grip over it more than once in a total time of about 2.5 minutes, I think. I was not my own self. But the assurance is very clear. Your desire shall be fulfilled. Work hard. This is Aryavarth. Aryavarth will be ruled by Arya Dharma alone. Not only that, this Arya Dharma shall pervade, shall extend its presence beyond the borders. Your flag will fly. When he said your flag, no, Lord, it is your flag, I said. There is a conversation like thing. Your flag shall fly beyond the borders. The artificial, undesirable, shameless or shameful borders that we have created for ourselves around the Aryavarth have to vanish. And every man inside this country must be an Aryan, self-sufficient. And today's poor man must become so self-sufficient that he should be able to give charity to the others. If there is somebody else at all to take the charity. That should be the conditions. I have set a time for myself. What is there in asking for anything? Who is capable of giving? Nothing wrong in asking. You must ask for something befitting the status of the giver. We should never ask what you deserve or you think so, you deserve. What the other person can give, the giver can give, you must ask for that. Here, he can bring heavens to Delhi, take Delhi to heavens. He can do anything. There is nothing impossible for him. So probably it is a boon that I have received. And the other part of it is the experience of my own individual is shared by one and all who are present here. Everyone who has been with me, including those who have not come along with me but they are onlookers, local people, they too have been blessed. And such one single yatra is enough, not for life, enough for the soul. I have no doubt about this. I earnestly believe in what I say is true. And I am sure all our humble physical strain or whatever we could take is rewarded much, much, much beyond its limits. So these are the facts I wanted to share with you. And keep these things in your mind. You take this blessing to your own family members, near and dear. Whoever has been with you in your heart and mind, they will also get their due share of the blessing. Let us all return home physically safe and mentally happy, spiritually loaded, enriched, and remember the experience forever. All the best to you. Om Namashivaya. Kedar. Om Namashivaya. Om Namashivaya.